Now, high COVID cases in China has been the one thing that is bringing the supply chain constraints, which resulted in many of the automakers in China to suspend their production. And when you talk of that, you remember that Tesla is one of the main automaker, or one of the big automakers in China that first closed their production around the 28th of March, then followed by our favorite stock that we discuss on this channel, and that is NIO, which suspended their production around the 9th of April. Now, though we read that NIO had not completely shut down their production and they were probably producing their vehicles at a small scale, these supply chains also really hurt the NIO company. Now with that, today we read wonderful news indicating that more of the NIO employees are coming back to work, which is something that is incredible or amazing, because this just means that it looks like things are going back to normal in China yet again. Now, before we get deep into this video, please know that this video is just an entertainment video and you should not take it as a professional financial advice. Otherwise, I'll really appreciate if you can just hit that likes button if you enjoy the content that I'll be bringing to you regarding this NIO stock. Now, back to the main topic, 25%, or today we read that 25% of the NIO research center employees came back to work. Now, there was a list that came out, or a list of 60 companies that came out of companies which are allowed to bring some of their employees back. And guess what? NIO was part of that list, which then meant that they had to bring back 25% of their research center employees back to work, which is something that must just show you that things are becoming more and more easier. Things are becoming are going back to normal, which is something that, of course, it brings joy to those that are investing into this NIO stock. As you already know, or as I've told you at the beginning of this video, to say that these supply chain constraints, which were caused by high COVID cases in China, really disrupted or interrupted with the production capacity of almost all the automakers in China. Now, to get to see that finally they are bringing back in employees at their workplaces, it's something that, of course, it gives us hope. It gives us that confidence back again to say that we are going to see NIO once again delivering good numbers. I mean, you remember that these good numbers, of course, is something that we are really looking forward to getting to see NIO delivering more and more numbers. As you know that right now they are currently busy with the upgrades on their Jack NIO factory, which after the upgrades, it is expected to produce around 300,000 vehicles with a double shift. Now, with these headlines, now the vice president of NIO Hardware just said something that really blew my mind, and said that the ET7 orders are growing rapidly, which is something that must just show you that people are really wanting to get their hands on this ET7 model that NIO is currently delivering at the moment, which is something that I believe it has to motivate you and shows you the demand that we might get to see, or what that we are going to continue to see on this NIO ET7 model. You will remember, for those that, of course, don't know, NIO started delivering this ET7 model on the 28th of March. They were delivering their first batch of this ET7 model, and to get to see that it looks like more and more orders are probably coming in of this ET7 model is something that must just show you that NIO will do very well. Now, this vice president of NIO Hardware further said that people really want to get their hands on this ET7, which is why, of course, they are bringing or seeing probably more orders, which is again something that must just show you that we are going to see this vehicle doing well on NIO. And with the production upgrades, as I've told you, that are happening around that factory that is being the one to produce the ET7 model, the Jack NIO factory, is something that I think after the upgrades are completed, we are going to definitely see NIO meeting the demand that we might see or get to see on this vehicle, which is something that must just show you that NIO delivery wise is going to do way better or much better as the year goes by. Now, you remember that this Jack NIO factory, of course, is not the factory that will be producing the NIO cars. NIO, around the Q3 of 2022 this year, it is expecting to also open their new factory called the NIO Park, which its production capacity at completion is expected to be around 1 million EVs annually, and it will be able to produce 100 gigawatts of battery. Now this or that factory is the factory that so many of the NEO investors are patiently waiting for it to open, because they know that with the NEO park opening, then NEO will probably start meeting the demand or the orders that they might get from their vehicles, which that, ladies and gents, is going to definitely increase or boost their revenue, which will make NEO to obviously get quicker or get at a much faster pace towards profitability. As you already know that NEO is not yet profitable, but expect to be profitable around or beginning of 2024, which is something that I think as an investor you should definitely mark that Q1, or mark those deliveries that will be happening around the Q1 of 2024, as we are expecting NEO to be profitable for the very first time. Now, with all that, NEO is a stock that we discuss a lot on this channel, and is a stock that I continue to be very bullish on, because I believe that this is a stock that its future prospects and its fundamentals are just out of this world, and those that are taking an opportunity, especially seeing the low trading price on NEO, are definitely going to be rewarded as time goes by. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make sense in terms of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, so that at least you can get notified by YouTube every time we drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.